Hi everybody, I'm Tracy Sigler and I'm working with you this semester on the Inclusion and Diversity Self-Assessment and Development class. I'm really trying to get a video where I don't have my uniform on, but I'm at my day job right now at the Citadel where I have to wear a uniform, so just try to ignore that so we can talk a little bit about the second module. So again, I've got the assignments for the first module set up so that you can finish them this week if you need to, because we started in the middle of the week and I wasn't sure if you had access to the books, materials, and the resources. So in the first week, we're doing an exploration, and because you've already had the first class in this certificate, that should look familiar to you. Doing some introductions. There's an assessment or a survey to get you thinking about how you might introduce yourselves in terms of the topics that we are working on. So some of you have already replied to your introductions. Your written assignment is making the case. So what is the argument? What is the academic argument or the argument based on the readings and the resources that you have from this class so far, and then anything that you had in the first class in the certificate that you would put together to make the case. So this should be more of an academic written response, so be sure you cite your sources and include a reference list at the end. So I'm suggesting that you use the first 5 articles in the HBR book or package, and including your own experience at work along with your readings. Why should organizations care? And then do a self-evaluation or evaluation of your own organization. Have you maximized the benefits, and what could you do to try to increase the benefit your organization is getting out of DE&I. So certainly there are, it's the right thing to do, but then there's also a case, and that might be one of the reasons, but what are the other reasons? And then the journal for the first week is to take a look at the Johari window, evaluate how well do you know yourself, how well do others know you. So look at the open area versus the blind area. How often do you ask for feedback? This is a way you can learn more about how others see you. Here's an activity to help you become aware of your emotions and actions as you are reading this old story by Melville, written in language from the past. And then in general, how do you feel about learning about yourself and becoming more self-aware? So then the official week 2 module looks at or starts to help you know more about yourself. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. So we've got some additional readings here, and these are all articles or links, including inclusive issues. Take a look at the self-awareness test. I'm going to ask you to do that with some people in your life. Take a look at the work of Urick, and she's actually got a good book that I have listed in the optional readings or suggested readings. And then there are a couple of assessments that you can get in your course pack or online. So the discussion, I'm asking you to watch that video. And it basically, the person in the self-awareness video is asking questions from his family and his friends about him. And then he's answering the questions about himself, and then he's matching what other people said about him and what he said about him. So I'm asking you to do a little experiment like that. Nothing formal, you don't have to videotape people, but share that with others. For your written assignment, make the case, again, so the written assignments are kind of making the case in a traditional academic sense of why leaders need to be self-aware. How will this help you be more effective? How will this help you be more effective as an inclusive leader? And what recommendations did you get, or what ideas did you get from this module about becoming more self-aware and how can you help others to become more self-aware. Again, use the materials from the class and cite your sources. And then your journal for this week asks you to complete the social identity profile from the HBR course pack. So complete the profile for work and then for school. Okay, so it asks you to identify the different identities that you have. So you're a parent, you're a student, you're a brother or a sister or an aunt or an uncle or a friend or whatever identity. And so first you list that on the left column and you fill in your specific identity in that category. And then you identify those identities that have the most impact on you in your workplace and you in your school environment. So fill it out. That's part one in trying to figure that out. And then answer the questions. So what was your reaction to putting that together? What did you learn about yourself? Provide an example. Social identity you're most aware of at work, makes you least comfortable, and the social identity that has the greatest impact on how you see yourself. What information do the other people need to know about you from the profile? And then think about it from the perspective of those that work with you. Can you identify what are the most important social identities of your coworkers or your boss or your people that report to you? Okay, so that's your journal for this week. So let me know if you have any questions, if you have any problems. I know everybody's getting started and getting the materials, and have a good week otherwise. And I'll look forward to going back and reading your responses as you submit them.